from Boulder. This is Coach Prime's Playbook with Romy Bean.
Can win it for Stanford. Put down, kick is up. It's on its way, and it is good. And the Stanford Cardinal has thrown shade on the Buffaloes here in Boulder on a Friday night.
Right now, we're not built for the moment. We're not built for the moment. Some of our players aren't built for the moment.
It's an absolute disgrace. Unacceptable.
They lost this game because they're an undisciplined football team.
That's inexcusable to lose to Stanford. Absolutely.
I love the trials and the tribulations. I'm in love with the process. And what we're dealing with right now is a process. And I love it.
Well, welcome into Coach Prime's Playbook, and the only person that could turn what was a sad montage to start into something good is this incredible man right next to me, Coach Prime. In love with the process, let me ask you. The Stanford, we're not going to talk about the game, but the game.
You're not going to talk about it, but you just showed it.
Yes, that's all we're going to say, though. But between that and the bye week, let me ask you, what did you learn about your team the past week or two?
We got to give more, we got to do more, we got to want more, we got to desire more, and we got to be all in. I mean, all in the preparation, all in the study, all in the holding one another accountable. We got to be all in, and that's coaches included.
You can't force anybody. I mean, you can't force somebody to love this, to be all in.
Right.
So how do you guys get guys who aren't all in to
Well,
do that?
we identify the ones that want it, and they're willing to sacrifice for it, and we ride with that, and we ride with them. We got some good guys that resides in these chairs, and we got a plethora of them that really love the game, and they want to win. We just got to enhance that number tremendously, and I think we will do so.
Take us through the bye week. Did you or the coaches do some self-scouting as you now look at kind of the final 5 weeks of the season?
Of course. I desired a scout report on each player on the team, and I assessed it, and I agreed with the majority of it. The coaches did a great job of assessing the talent that we have and giving me all the intricate details of what we have in-house, and it was phenomenal. Now I can make my assessments and where we go from there. But they did a phenomenal job, and we challenged the young men when they got back. We showed them the film of the whole entire first half, and then on the screen it said, "What now? Now what? Now, we proved that we could be dominant in the first half. Now what? Let's pick it up from there. Because I don't remember nothing in the second half, or nothing that transpired in the second half. Now what? Where do we go from here?"
You talk about where do we go from here, who wants it, who loves it. Goes without saying, Travis Hunter, one of those guys. Interesting, he was asked what he did on his bye week, and he said, I already had a bye week.
Yeah, he didn't
So what does it mean when a guy like that, who's truly a leader, a dog on your team, says that?
Travis is embarrassed by the way he performed, and he made that known. He didn't go home in the bye week. He stayed up here. He worked out. He ran. He conditioned. And he came back to practice yesterday. I mean, couldn't wait, or Sunday rather, and just ready. And I can't wait to see him perform from here on, because he has so much leadership qualities and potential that Travis is that guy. When he goes, we go. I mean, the offensive side of the ball, phenomenal. Defensive side, he has to step it up quite a bit.
You talk about player-led teams. We often talk about that, how valuable that is as a coach. I mean, how valuable is it to have a guy like Travis?
Well, Travis and others, and the secondary has to step it up. The defensive front has to step it up. We got to protect Shador. I mean, we a daunting task this week against a team that's really well coached, and their defense is phenomenal. So we have a daunting task for our offense this week as well.
Well, you know what? That leads me right in then to who is next. The Colorado Buffaloes taking on the UCLA Bruins. We got the Buffs and the Bears. Bruins, actually, coming right up this week.
Steele gets it again, left side, and Steele, touchdown. Give it to Steele again, bounces it out left side. Steele, touchdown. Bunt was blocked in the end zone. Scrambles right, looked like there was a hold. It wasn't called. Caught, touchdown. TJ Harden on 3rd and long, and he makes a couple men miss. Harden, touchdown UCLA.
UCLA is rolling. They're 5-2, leading the Pac-12 in total defenses. Coach just mentioned their good defense. They've allowed just 9 tutties in 7 games. Now, this is a pretty crazy stat. They've won 121 national titles. 0 in football, however. But I'll tell you what, their coach, great man, Chip Kelly, big fan of Shador Sanders.
The best quarterbacks are probably the toughest quarterbacks, the guys that can stand in there, even though there's a rush coming, and still deliver the ball where it's supposed to be and not putting it in harm's way. And he does that a ton. I think he's the key. So how he goes is how that offense goes.
And when you look at what Chip Kelly has built this year in Westwood, I think physical is a big thing that comes to mind. What stands out to you about this UCLA team?
First of all, I'm a dear fan of Chip Kelly's. I remember going to his camp a few years back when Shedeur was going into his senior year in high school, and the hospitality and the way he treated us, and he offered Shedeur as well. I love what he represents to college football. I love when he went and gave it a shot at the NFL. I just love the guy as a human being, as a man. His offenses are always, he set the standard of like the hurry up to go offense, and now he's flipped the script. He's placed a tremendous defense out there on the field, and they are going after it. It starts with their front four. The linebacker core led by Ken Norton Jr. is phenomenal as well. They're playing just like their coach used to back in the day when he played with me with the San Francisco 49ers. But that team is well coached. They want it. The record displays it, and we got a task in front of us.
You talk about you guys played together on the Niners. What's your best, kind of biggest memory of playing with him?
I don't have one tremendous memory.
Yeah.
He was just Mr. Consistent.
Okay.
He was always where he was supposed to be, and he did the job that he needed to do.
So what is the key? Going to La La Land, going to Hollywood, what's the key for the Buffs to come home with a W?
We got to put it all together. We showed that we could be dominant in the second halves early on in the season. We showed our last game and in defeat that we could be dominant in the first half. We just got to put it all together and give you an entire game.
All right, put it all together. You know another team that's putting it all together? Women's hoops team out here in Colorado. And I'll tell you what, we got a special guest coming up for who get to know in the next segment. Not a player this week. Who's it going to be? We'll tell you on the other side. Somebody you're kind of a fan of, I think.
I love her.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay, surprise. Came on at the end of the show. I just wanted to, first and foremost, thank all of you for all of the support for watching Coach Prime's Playbook this season. It's been an unbelievable, unreal privilege to shoot this show, and it has been so amazing getting all of your comments, interacting, hearing everything you guys have to say, your feedback. I love your feedback. It's been awesome. And I am just so honored to be building this community here on YouTube. I know this is super weird to just like pop up and do this, but I wanted to thank each and every one of you for watching every single week. And I also wanted to start doing a little more kind of behind the scenes things. So I wanted to know stuff you guys are interested in. A couple of things I thought of showing you how they set up and break down for Prime's Playbook. The set, I mean, the speed at which these guys break it down is like unreal. But I don't know if you think that's interesting or not. So let me know. I'm also in my sports office right now, and it's crazy. I was gonna maybe give you a tour of this. I don't know, stuff like that. So anyway, I know this is a total segue off of the show, but I wanted to pop in and one, say thank you, and two, let me know what you guys want to see, because I would love to give you more content. See ya.